4, 5. Test check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm gonna try and find.
Test check. Test check 1, 2. Okay. Test check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Test check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're set and ready to go here. I was trying to add a second microphone because I might be joined by Tim McManus, referee or the chief of all this Pama Pro Invitational, State Wars, all that fun stuff. So we'll see if we can get that working here. But right now we're underway for our another quarterfinal. It's Mission Black Ice against Alkali RPD. I am really excited for this one. A lot of people had this as their pick for the final game, for the championship game. But they meet in the first round as the 4-5 seed. Both teams kind of had a frustrating loss. RPD lost to the Mission Bauer Border Cats, and Mission Black Ice lost their first game of the tournament as well to the Roadrunners. So ever since then, both of these teams have kind of been on a mission. They're both 3-1. They're as even can be. And they're meeting here in the 4-5 matchup. Kozlow, left wing side. Into his offensive zone. Kozlow drops it for DiMartino, who had himself a whale of a game last night against the Mudcats. DiMartino back into his defensive end. Sends it up the right side. Now Tyler Kraft gets away from Spezia, moves over to the near side, now fires it back into his own zone. Nate Gerger up the far wall, finds Anoy. Anoy back for Nate Gerger. Nate Gerger sets up behind his own net and sends it up the right side. Here come the Black Ice, down the right wing. Wrist shot taken by Tiefenworth. That one goes high over the net. And it comes back in front. Lane makes a save, covers up and stops play. 16 minutes even remaining in period number 1. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris Treff. This is SWH Live. Pama Pro Invitational quarterfinal matchup. Black Ice and RPD. There will be a very, very good team eliminated here in the first round. And not via upset, just because of the way the seedings work. Perry drops it for Lamoya. Lamoya tries to get it in front. That one hits a skate. Now it's up the far wall by Nate Gerger. Now to the near side, Tiefenworth into the backhand, Zach Lane. The pad saving a penalty coming against RPD. The Black Ice have an unbelievable power play, and they'll get to show it off here as Lamoya goes to the box. Face-off formed by Black Ice. DiMartino has it at the point. The Kraft, wrist shot, he scores off the crossbar and in, and it's 1-0 Black Ice in a power play goal, and it took him only 15 seconds. Unbelievable goal there from Tyler Kraft. He makes it 1-0 1-0 Black Ice. 15-18 left in the first. Brought back by Sam Eisenhower. Up the right side. Now he turns it back for Cal Jury. Now Matt Gerger. Down into his own zone. So put on the brakes, 14:48 left in the first. Matt Gerger up the right side. Eisenhower into his offensive zone. Drops this one back for Jeff Abrams. Matt Gerger up the near side for Cal Jury. Now to Eisenhower. Eisenhower loses this one. And a nice toe drag by Spezia, gets free. Up for Corey Kettler. Corey Kettler cuts the middle, but a poke check by Matt Gerger at the last second. Sends to the far wall. Spezia gets there, wraps around the glass. All the way back down into his defensive zone. Zach Lane out of the goal, sends it behind the net for Scotty Savage. He goes up for Cody Kettler. Cody Kettler over for Corey. Corey back to the near side. Cody overskates the puck and now fires to the far wing. It's taken by Kraft, the game's only goal scorer. Moves up the middle of the floor. Now Kraft back into his own zone for DiMartino. DiMartino behind the goal. Waits for the breakout to commence. 13:36 left in the first. 1-0 lead for the Black Ice. DiMartino isn't going anywhere. Still standing behind the goal. Now he sends it off the near side boards. It's John Chavo. Chavo moving around in his own zone. Gives it off to Kraft. Kraft now to DiMartino again. The big guns out there for Black Ice. DiMartino still with the puck. Kozlo skates behind the net. And now he'll get the puck right side. Kozlo up for Kraft. Kraft couldn't handle the pass. And it goes in behind the RPD net. It's chipped up the boards by Zach Lane. Lamoya comes in to corral the puck. Chips it up the wall, intercepted by Kozlo. Fires it back in his own end for DiMartino, who races down to get it near corner. DiMartino moves up the left side into his offensive zone, puts on the brakes. DiMartino into the high slot, fakes the shot, toe drag, gets in the forehand. That one's poked away at the last second. 12:15 left in the first period. Still 1-0 Black Ice. Plenty of time left in this one. Out from behind the goal comes Archibald. Archibald back into his own zone. It's Alex Kyle. Alex Kyle finds Bryson Johnson and chips it off the boards. Now throws over the far side for Archibald. Archibald tries to go back to the middle for Spezia. That one's knocked aside. Now Chavo, right wing side. Chavo drops it off. And that one is blocked. Alex Kyle up the right side. Here's Perry. Perry moves into the slot. Toe drags to open space. Now looks at goal. Perry down low. Kyle tries to jam it in. That one is blocked into the far corner. Pascali up the middle for Tiefenwerth. Tiefenwerth to Nate Gerger, who retreats back into his own zone. Nate Gerger throws it to the middle of the floor. It comes to Tiefenwerth. Tiefenwerth can't dangle around Archibald. Puck comes to Bryson Johnson. He goes back to Archibald. Archibald back into his own zone for Ryan Perry. Ryan Perry for Archibald. Archibald loses it. It comes in front to Pascali. He shoots and Lane makes the save. Now Ryan Perry getting sloppy with it. Third try, finally gets up to Savage. Savage into his offensive zone. Left side, wrist shot, that one misses wide. Now comes around to the near boards. Tiefenwerth crosses the red line into his offensive territory. He's checked by Savage, puck comes free, race for the puck. Pascali gets there before Loggins falls down. Now controlled by Lamoya. Lamoya throws it up the far wall. Perry puts a hit on Pascali. Lands down on the puck and stays down. Pascali will get a whistle. I think Billy Pascali's a bit shaken up on that one. Face off at the red line. It's a 1-0 lead. For Black Ice, Tyler Kraft has the tally. A rich shot on the power play. Now it's Pat Lee. Off a face-off win for RPD. It's to Scotty Savage, the BC product. Fires it up for Spezia out of Bowling Green State University. Spezia flies down into his offensive zone. Now Spezia back for Lamoya. Lamoya up the left side for Spezia. Spezia to the right wing, Alex Kyle. Feeds Lamoya. Lamoya now to Spezia. Spezia back into his own zone again. Leaves it there for Savage. Savage up the left side, that one's knocked away. Goes over to the far boards. Scott Savage takes a stick to the face, and a penalty coming here against Black Ice. Tyler Kraft, no argument. It was an accident, but still nonetheless, it's a penalty. Kraft heads off. Excuse me. Out at the point, Pat Lee takes the puck off the face-off win. Goes to Kyle, back for Lee. Lee to the far side for Perry. Perry shoots. Machinsky makes a save and he goes into the corner. Spezia out to the point for Perry. Perry to the right side, Lee. Pat Lee into the middle, over to the left wing. Goes right side, Perry. Shoots, it comes down low. Kyle jams at the front of the net. Machinsky makes the save. Well, here comes Billy Pascali into the slot, wrist shot. That one was blocked before it could get to Lane's net. Now Pat Lee up the middle of the floor. Over to the right side, Ryan Perry shoots, blocker stop made by Machinsky. Now Ryan Perry out to the point for Pat Lee. Pat Lee shoots, blocker save Machinsky. And Perry gets to it far side. Perry back to the near wing quickly in front. Kyle looks for Spezia, but he squibbed it wide. Spezia to the right point. Pat Lee shoots, blocked into the right corner. Getting there first is DiMartino. DiMartino sends it up to the left side. Pascali into the zone. Drops it for DiMartino. Had a gorgeous shorthanded goal last night. Now it's taken by Alex Kyle. Kyle up the middle of the floor. Drops it back to Spezia. Spezia to the back door. That one's between the skates of Corey Kettler. He couldn't finish. Back to full strength. Go to Black Ice. They have possession to move the floor. Nate Gerger looking for Kraft. That one's blocked. Comes back to Nate Gerger. In. Tries to backhand across the middle. Kyle goes down on his butt to knock that one away, for lack of a better term. Nate Gerger out to the high slot. DiMartino shoots. That one hits Kraft in front. He was trying to screen. Alex Kyle fires it in behind his own goal. Pat Lee takes it. Pat Lee up the right wing. Corey Kettler into his offensive zone, protecting the puck. Finds Loggins. Loggins tries to go back for Lee, who was changing, luckily, for RPD. Now the Black Ice could converge on that loose puck. Now it's taken by Loggins. Up the left side, Spezia. Spezia toe drags, cuts to his left, into the far circle. Spezia to the back door, out of the reach of Corey Kettler. Comes to the near side, top of the circle. Loggins couldn't handle it. Now up the far side, Nate Gerger gets around the sliding Cody Kettler, moves in, right circle. Tries to play it across the middle. Loggins down on his belly to block that one. This one comes around to the left corner, taken by Cody Kettler. Cody Kettler up for his brother Corey. Across the red line, down the right wing side, over to the far wing. They tried to play it back in front of Spezia. That one goes away, and then Spezia goes flying into the inboards as Machinsky covers up the puck. 5:47 left in period number 1, and it's still a 1-0 lead in favor of the Mission Black Ice. Tyler Kraft had the lone tally. As a face-off will go far circle. Draw 1 by Black Ice. This one's played back around to the near side and chipped out to the red line. Back down to the RPD zone it goes. Zach Lane with 5:30 left in the first, leaves it behind the cage. Cody Kettler with it. Cody Kettler head fakes on the left, comes out right. Long feed down into the near circle. RPD offensive zone, he finds Perry. Ryan Perry dangles around Matt Gerger nicely into the far circle. He shoots, that one's blocked, goes up into the air. And Pascali gets it for Black Ice, up for Tyler Kraft. The Pennsylvania product over to the right side. Pascali in, throws it to the back door, and it's pushed up the side of the net by Matt Gerger. Now it comes out to the point. Caligiuri takes a bump. Puck comes to Cody Kettler. Cody Kettler one-on-one with Kraft coming to the zone. Cody Kettler, a spinorama shot and a right pad denial by Machinsky. Beautiful play all around. Excellent shot by Cody Kettler. And an even better save by Machinsky. Pascali, left wing, top of the near circle. Wrist shot, Lane makes the butterfly save and then smacks it over to the left corner. Taken by Alex Kyle. Signed an American League deal. The Rochester Americans in the offseason of ice hockey. Gives it off to Archibald, he'll get it back. Kyle into the low slot, moves over to the far side, shoots, he scores! Alex Kyle slithers through the Black Ice defense, gets to an open position, slides it under Machinsky, and it's now tied at 1, 4:20 left in period number 1. Big goal from RPD to tie the game and get some momentum. Face off at center. Draw 1 here by RPD. Left side, Scott Savage. Sends it in behind the net, Archibald with it. Archibald leaves this one for Perry. Perry out down the right wing. Lethargically up the middle of the floor, now fires it back for Archibald. Archibald, who just heard his name announced over the PA on getting an assist, goes to the far side. Ryan Perry defers to Tyler Spezia. The former Border Cat moves up the floor and tosses it back in behind the RPD net. It's Scott Savage. Savage sends this one up the right wing with speed. Here comes Archibald. Archibald into the near circle. Plays it on net. Machinsky makes the pad save as this one goes in behind the net. Now it's flung back down to the RPD zone. Scott Savage up for Archibald. Archibald, left wing, can't dangle. Goes into the far side. Well, he can dangle, just didn't work there. Comes out to the point, Chavo gets it to Eisenhower. Eisenhower, drop pass for Chavo, fakes, shoots. That one hits off the stick of Spezia and goes over the net. Chavo's been quiet in this game so far, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing for RPD, because if he wakes up, I mean, he's been an absolute force this entire tournament. Chavo to the left side for Kozlo. Kozlo shoots, Lane, the glove save, and he hangs on with 2:42 left in the first. 1-1 is your score, RPD and Black Ice. Face off one by the Black Ice. Pascali to Hanoi. Back for Pascali. He'll just fire it back down in his own zone. Taken by Nate Gerger. It's Nate Gerger up the far boards for Hanoi. Nate Gerger still standing behind the goal. Pass up for Anoy. Anoy into the right corner, Nate Gerger. Sends up the wall to Pascali. Pascali up the left wing, and Tiefenwerth's gonna get an interference call. A moving pick by KJ Tiefenwerth will send RPD to the power play. Face off one by RPD, it comes out to the point. To the far side they go, Ryan Perry, wrist shot. Now want to stop. Black Ice scored on their power play. RPD's gonna look to do the same. But DiMartino's thinking shorthanded goal. He's in, he shoots. Save made Zach Lane. Rebound pushed back on goal, it's played to the near side. Pat Lee. Meanders into the high slot, wrist shot blocked by Pascali. Lee gets it back, tries to go to the near wing for Kyle. That one's turned aside. But a turnover here by DiMartino. A shot in front, Baczynski makes the save, it's loose. Then he gets back to it and covers it up and stops play. Alex Kyle, near circle. Takes a draw against Pascali. And it's won by Ryan Perry. Bryson Johnson, wrist shot. Now one is stopped by Baczynski. Goes it behind the net. Spezia gets to it, plays it out to Ryan Perry. Down to Spezia. Now for Ryan Perry. Ryan Perry shoots, that one's blocked. Comes up the right wing. Bryson Johnson over for Ryan Perry. Perry takes one that's blocked. 30 seconds left the period, 15 seconds left in the RPD power play. Puck bounces over the stick of Bryson Johnson. Goes back to get it in his own zone. Now Bryson Johnson on the near side. Perry down low, chance for Kyle Baczynski to save, and Bryson Johnson gets to the rebound. Now this one goes around the far side, back to full strength. Goes Black Ice, and we're tied at 1. Zach Lane wraps around the far glass, ends up on a dasher, and the horn sounds. After 1 period of play, we have 1 goal apiece here in the quarterfinal. 4-seeded Black Ice against the 5th-seeded RPD. We'll step out for a quick break. When we'll be back, it's second period action to determine a winner here in the Pama Pro Invitational. State Warriors 13 on SWH Live. Welcome back in SWH Live. It's downtown George Brown just came over and informed me, in case you were watching this rink the whole time, Pama has defeated the Border Cats 5-2. So that's the lower seeded Pama's Golden Knights. So They advance to the semis as a 6 seed, and they will face the Snipers. The winner of this game will take on Rink Rat. Both games will be phenomenal games. Now Gerger up the right wing side. Shabo, wrister, that one misses just wide as it comes over to the far side boards. Archibald plays one up ahead. Spezia has it. Spezia in all alone. Stopped by Machinsky. Now Matt Gerger sends to the near side for Caligiuri. Up for Kraft. Kraft into the high slot. Over for Shavo. Now one ends up in behind the net. Cody Keller. Over Spezia. Spezia to the far side. Archibald. Archibald wraps it back into his defensive zone for Cody Keller. 16:54 left in the second. Keller up for Alex Kyle. Alex Kyle to the right wing. Brought in by Cody Keller. Cody Keller head fake, shoots. That one misses high. Comes to the near side. Spezia tries to one-hand it back into his own zone. Intercepted by Kraft. Now Kraft turns and fires it back in his own end. DiMartino behind the goal. Holding the puck, waiting for his team to complete a line change. All three skaters go off on the change. Now it comes back up to Kozlov. Now Kozlov left side. Shot in, and that one stopped by Zach Wayne. As he will hold on for the whistle with 15:54 left in the second period. As now I'm joined by the man who runs all this wonderful tournament, Tim McManus, as also the head coach of the Missin-Labeta Snipers. Timmy, how are we doing?
Doing well. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing very good. I'm seeing an exciting hockey game. All the quarterfinals have been great so far, but this one, a 4-5 matchup. A lot of people thought this game might be a finals preview, and they meet in the first round. That's how deep this tournament is.
Yeah, you never know.
Savage in shot. That one misses.
With so many close games, a lot of tiebreakers, things came down to. So, sometimes the first round is the toughest round. You never know.
Well, you knew at some point all the good teams were going to face off with each other. It doesn't really matter which round they do it in. So you got to beat all the best teams to be the best. Savage up the left wing side, drops it back for Lamoya.
If I'm not going to win the tournament, I'm okay with losing the first round. Why waste my time all day if I'm not going to win at all?
Well, you're going to be here all day anyway.
That's true. I've been here. We left here at 2 a.m. last night. We're back at 6:30 a.m. this morning. Yeah. So it's been a long haul, 20 hours at the rink yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was hectic. George and I had 22 games broadcast. We got it all done, and it was fun. We had finals. We had Pama Pro games. And yesterday was hectic, but extremely fun.
It's funny when you have a lot of overtime games during the day. You fall behind schedule, and it's a good thing. You want the games to be close, but then it's a bad thing because games fall behind late at night, and obviously nothing you can do about overtime. We just want to see some good close games and good competitive hockey.
One of the best games yesterday was Southern California and Ontario in the 2001 AAA championship. And that one ended up going to overtime, and then Ontario scored with 20 seconds left after Strom made an unbelievable save. It should have ended right there, but they came back the other way, and Ontario won it. That one was fun. And that's the type of stuff you're talking about. DiMartino, far corner, zone end, finds Eisenhower, far circle. They play in front, deflection! It goes off the skate of Bryson Johnson. And Sam Eisenhower with a fluky goal puts Black Ice ahead 2-1, 14:08 left in the second.
We always talk so much about the pro division, Chris, but people forget we have so many great games in the youth divisions here as well. And you're right, that SoCal Ontario game was a fun one, the 01 division for sure.
I mean, it's only day 5 now. We've already had so many memorable moments. We're not even halfway done yet. So the best is yet to come.
Day 5, it just feels like one long day to me right now.
Yeah. You always got to worry about keeping up and running this great tournament that you always do, but you're also got to be a little stressed because your team's in the semis of the Pama Pro Invitational, and you're going to face off with Pama, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it looks like we're playing Pama no matter what happens in this game, and I guess the winner of this game will play Rink Rat. So, you know, at this point, no matter who you play, you know it's going to be a tough game. You're going to have to bring your best, and our sniper team, you know, we've struggled a bit so far, I think, not playing to our full potential, but we've found a way to win a couple close games, and I've had a few more gray hairs on my head the last couple days for sure.
Nate Gerger whistles one back into his own zone. Matt Gerger, his brother, is going to get there first. Got Spezia in all of them on the forecheck. Spezia beautifully comes away with the puck.
And Spezia, you know, one of the fastest skaters in the division, one of those beautiful strides. You know, I had the pleasure of coaching him out in Slovakia for Team USA this summer, and it was just a pleasure to watch him skate.
Especially on a big rink.
Oh, you know, it's...
Well, it's something about Spezia is not only is he probably the fastest player in pro roller hockey, but he has the hands to go along with it. It's not like he's just skating up and down, like he knows what he's doing. As he blows past Matt Gerger, who falls down, comes to the zone, but his brother Nate Gerger uses that long reach to poke it away from Spezia as he goes to the right point for Cody Kettler.
Yeah, speaking of Cody Kettler, to me, he's one of the most underrated players in the pro division. You know, he played with us as well over in Slovakia. Was a big player for us. I know I wasn't there, but I know he scored the game-winning goal, unfortunately, against my sniper team at the Narch Finals in pro. And Cody's been coming to State War since he's a little kid playing for 92 Missouri back in the day, and he was always one of my favorites, and I've always thought him to be one of the best players in the sport.
He's just so smart. He always has his head up. He just does little things that might not get noticed unless you watch him a whole ton. So he goes up for Archibald. Speak of the devil. Archibald, wrister, and that one's blocked up front by Nate Gerger. He's also an underrated defenseman himself. He's really good in his own end. He's going to think some offense here. Into the near circle, in front, they jam it at the net, and Zach Lane makes the save. Tiefenworth flying to the front of the net, got a piece of it, but Zach Lane made the save.
That was a big save there. You know, that next goal is huge in this game, obviously. Zach Lane, such an underrated goalie. Came up big, you know, Jerry Kuhn getting hurt. Had to come play at Narch. Played great, won the championship, and he's doing it again here, obviously.
And anything can happen in these long games. And for the people that don't know, normally, you know, pro games, other places are 15 minutes or shorter, but you're 18 minutes here in the Pama Pro Invitational. Why did you do that? Was there any specific reason why you decided to make it even longer games?
You know, I think with the longer games, most times the better team does win. You know, it gives the game a little bit more time to settle in and players to find their game. And I also like the idea of these pro teams having 3 lines, bigger benches, and playing a more true hockey game, I guess. And this being our 3rd year now, I think the players really seem to enjoy the longer games. And
yeah, it feels like you know, this is going to sound terrible, like a real hockey game. Not that roller hockey isn't, but you know what I mean? Like for the people that don't do the roller hockey thing, it just seems more legit and has a more legit feel to it. Because sometimes you can have a team score in the first 2 minutes, go into a box, and they can win a game because it's only 12 minutes long.
Yeah, we don't want it to be like soccer where whoever scores first can sit on a lead and just win the game 1-0. But, you know, speaking of long games, when we were overseas in Slovakia, the games were 4 12-minute quarters. Yeah. So that was a long game.
Scott Savage in the slot, shot. Machinsky makes the save.
I actually had some friends, so hold on, we got a possible breakaway here.
Sam Eisenhower caught by Savage, but he still has a chance. High slot goes to the far side. Pascali toe drags, but it goes in the corner.
I had a couple friends in our championship game over in Slovakia at halftime. We were winning. We got a lot of congratulatory texts. Everyone thought it was 2 periods like we do here. And then we got a bunch of, oh, sorry, you got a little more way to go there.
We're halfway through. Now PJ DiMartino comes up the red line. Lethargically over to the right side. He'll leave it for Chavo. Chavo back for DiMartino. DiMartino tries to dangle. That one's knocked away by Cody Kettler. Now to Chavo, down low, shoots, Lane the save. Cody Kettler gets the rebound. Another thing, too, is that allows more players to play in the division because having it be an invitational, you can't have a number of teams that water it down, so all the teams are good. But with having long games, all the good players are going to play in pro. So it gives every good pro player a chance to play, and it's not watered down at the same time.
Yeah, and that was kind of the thought process with it, too. We wanted all the teams in this division to be a little stronger than anywhere else, and by them being able to pick up.
Kraft works in, and he'll get it on the back of the net, can't center it.
you know, by teams being able to pick up other top players from teams that weren't invited in, it just strengthens everyone's team. And I think you see that clearly at this tournament where there's some teams that are definitely stronger here because of the deeper bench.
Well, look at Rinkrat. That's not a normal team at all. Kind of thrown together with top players from other areas, and you know they were almost the first seed if it wasn't for JP Susko putting on a show in the shootout last night.
Yeah, speaking of entertaining games, from a fan perspective, not from a coaching perspective because I was part of it, but from a fan perspective, I'd have to think that was one of the more fun pro games that's been on in a while.
Anoy and wrist shot off the goalpost. Here comes Alex Kyle the other way. I have to agree with you, not just because I was calling it. Alex Kyle, beautiful move, coming into the back door. How did that stay out? Ryan Perry missed it. He had the game tire on his stick. I don't know if it hit the post, hit the side of the net, I'm not sure, but uncharacteristically, Ryan Perry missed a wide open goal.
Yeah, Alex Kyle has been the best player for RPD this game.
Arguably all tournament too. He's been unbelievable.
You know, one thing I'm real proud about, I don't know if a lot of people realize this weekend, Chris, in the Pro Division, we have a lot of players with some NHL experience playing this tournament. You know, you mentioned Rinkrat, you know, Sibolewski playing for Rinkrat, a local boy. He's playing for the Ducks this season, played for the Washington Capitals in the past. And then on our sniper team, you know, Chris Terry playing with us is in the Canadians organization now, played with the Carolina Hurricanes.
And Pat Canoni, 14 games last year. Then he had over a point a game in the AHL. He was a stud.
Yeah, and Pat Canoni from our team, a Long Island kid who's played with the Snipers since he was 14. He's playing over in Iowa and played a couple games for the Minnesota Wild, 3 games for Minnesota Wild this year. So that's pretty awesome for the sport.
And it looks better, and it legitimizes it because you still have those ice hockey people, which I still don't understand. They're all roller hockey's dumb. It's for players that can't play ice, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But, you know, when you have good NHL talent playing the roller hockey game, they understand. That's part of the reason why they got to where they're at. Pascali tries to get in tight. Good defense there from RPD.
You know, Chris, I realize as I've gotten older and doing this for a long time, you know, all those ice hockey, roller hockey naysayers, really what it comes down to is either ignorance or money. You know, they just want the players on the ice year round. They don't want them doing other sports, and it couldn't be roller hockey, lacrosse, soccer, anything. They just want them constantly on the ice because that's their bread and butter, and I get that, but it's not what's necessarily best for the kids. You know, kids need a break, get to do other things. And
roller hockey's a great break because you're still playing hockey, but it's different. And it's more fun. Like, ice hockey has become so regimented and so meticulous with everything. There's no creativity. I think you have less fun playing ice hockey because if you don't do this, this, and this, you're going to get screamed at. You're going to be told you're never going to amount to anything, blah, blah, blah. Where roller hockey, you can come just have fun, be creative. You don't have the, you know, what ice hockey tournament, you have the intros and the awards that you have in the roller hockey game and stuff like that. I just think it's way more fun. It's still hockey, so the kids are developing as hockey players, but they have a better time. I know from my experience that was the case to the fullest extent.
No, you're 100% right. I was going to say that's the biggest comment I hear from parents or players nowadays is they love coming to tournaments like this because they have so much fun. And I find that pretty sad that ice hockey is not so fun for them either, because it should be. But it becomes almost a chore and a job for some of these kids because they do it so much. And when you do something so much, you almost don't look forward to it as much. Because I know when I was a kid, when I was playing roller hockey in an outdoor rink, when it started drizzling out, I'd be staring out the window all day to see if my game was going to be canceled, because I knew if it was, I wouldn't play again until the following week. Now these kids play so much, I don't know if they appreciate the games as much because they're doing it so often.
Kids, you know, not always the case, using generalities, play ice hockey because they want to make a ton of money. Their parents want them to make a ton of money. And it, like you said, it becomes a job for them. And you don't have fun. And it's all about winning. And you got half the people just trying to develop as players and make the NHL. You got half the kids that just want to win, 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 win. So you sit a kid for a whole game when they're 12 years old. Like that kid, well, how's that kid going to get better? And it's all about winning. Is that necessarily the case at that age? No. When here, it's all about winning and having fun all at the same time. And it's roller hockey, so you can be more creative and work on your skills.
Yeah, there's so many skill sets you could gain for your ice hockey game by playing roller hockey. You mentioned the skill sets of patience and hands. I mean, look at the NHL now. They play 4-on-4 in overtime, and even they know that it's more creative. And 3-on-3 now. It was 4-on-4. Now it's 3-on-3. It just makes it more creative. And if you look at the European style of playing ice hockey, especially the Russians in the old days, it was all about the skill, controlling the puck, the hands, the creativity, and that's really what roller hockey is.
If I hear one more time someone say that roller hockey ruins their ice hockey stride, I'm just going to lose it. I just don't understand. But nonetheless, here comes Corey Kettler. Shoots, saving Machinsky, and the rebound pops to Kozlow. You just look in this game, all the ice hockey players playing, they're not going to tell you their stride's messed up.
Well, Chris, I think it's like anything else. If you play roller hockey for 6 months and don't touch your ice skates, I'm sure it'll take you a few skates to get it back. But if you're constantly doing both, and it's no different than playing other sports, you know, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, it might take you a skate or two, but that's like not skating for 2 weeks that everybody does after the season, too. So
100%.
Takes you more to get the rust off in that sense and get back into shape than it does just to remember how to go on your edges. It's easier than riding a bike, I think. Tiefenworth, far side for Black Ice, chips it around to the near wing. Nate Gerger controls. Wires out to the red line, Kozlow with it. Kozlow slowly into the zone, 2-on-2. Black Ice not wanting to make a mistake here. A 2-to-1 lead with 3:22 left in the second. What's the mood on both benches right now, Tim, from your coaching perspective?
You know, I think Black Ice, they're just telling their guys to control the puck, don't take any chances, play D side of every puck. If we get one here, it's over.
Pascali shoots and Lane makes the save.
And knowing Joe Cook pretty well, he's a very calm coach. I'm sure he's telling his guys, stick to our game here. We still have a little bit of time here. Let's get one. Just get pucks to the net. And don't make any mistakes and give them an easy one the other way.
Face off far circle. Alkali RPD defensive zone.
You know, the winner of this game will play Rink Rat, and the Snipers playing Pama in the semifinals. So just looking ahead, those are going to be two great semifinal matchups, no matter who's in there, huh, Chris?
Oh, it's going to be amazing. And for the best teams in roller hockey filled with the best players, and that's exactly what you want. Nothing away from the teams that have lost so far. But Matt Gerger just standing behind the net, waiting for something to open up. And how about Black Ice? They're still 3-1, but you can ask Jay Muro, they didn't play to their potential. But that's just a Black Ice type of thing. They don't play to their potential. People start to lull on them and think, oh, Black Ice is down to earth. And then they come into the playoffs and they're playing extremely well. Not that they've won this game yet, it's still not over, but still, they've looked really good in this one. RPD has only scored 1 goal so far. There's 2:16 left in the game. Well,
the one advantage Black Ice always has, besides being great and young, is they play a ton together year-round. A lot of these guys play PIHA or AIHL and Winter Wars and Winter Nationals, all the local tournaments, college hockey. And then they play at Norwich and tours in multiple divisions, which we talked about yesterday, could also tire them out a little bit at times.
Yeah.
But as a team, they know each other better than any of the teams in the tournament. They have the most minutes together for sure.
DiMartino has a step. He's going to come in, go to the backhand. He missed just wide. That would have been a pretty one to seal the deal for Black Ice, but he missed it.
And you wonder here now, Alkali's going to get control of the puck, when they're going to pull a lane and go at 5.
First time they've touched the puck in a while, to be honest.
And that's why you got to think, you don't know when you're going to get it back again, so you might as well pull him down. Here he goes to the bench, Chris.
A 5-on-4 now for Alkali. Oh, wow. That was almost too many men.
No, Pat Lee, the elder statesman of the team, comes out with a big shot. They're probably going to be looking for him up top to blast one, or Alex Kyle, I would look for.
Shoot! And then Machinsky makes the save right on cue, Timmy. Savage, left point. He goes right point, Lee. Down to Kyle. Lee not only has a good shot, he's good at getting it through traffic.
No, he wants to get it to Kyle, and there he is again.
Now Savage out high to the near side, Lee. Lee to the far side, bounced over the stick of Kyle. DiMartino hot in pursuit. Kyle comes over to the near side, drops it for Savage. Savage, long range shot, blocked by Pascali. Now jamming out at Spezia, then it's cleared down by the Black Ice, but not far enough.
What a defensive play by Pascali. I still say Billy Pascali may be the best, or definitely a top 2 or 3 best two-way players in the game as a forward, and he showed it there with a great defensive play.
Pat Lee, far side to the near side, Savage. He's going to take a big slap shot. He missed it wide. Now it's taken by Kraft. Kraft's got an empty net to shoot at. and he plays to the near side for Pascali.
What a smart play by Tyler Kraft there. You got to pressure the puck
Pascali
here.
shoots, blocked by Kyle.
Oh.
He just saved the tournament for RPD potentially. Up for Spezia. Spezia tries to sauce it up ahead. It misses Lee. Comes back towards the red line. Now Kraft's going to wheel it far side. Bryson Johnson has it. 8 seconds left. Bryson Johnson, long shot, blocked by Pascali. He backhands it down the floor. Whether it goes in or not, the Black Ice will win. A 2-1 quarterfinal victory for Mission Black Ice. And the Nards champions, Alkali RPD with a star-studded roster, loses in round number 1.
That was a little sloppy by both teams at the end there, Chris. It seemed like both teams were giving some pucks away, and it could have been a goal for either team with some giveaways.
So Alkali RPD falls. They were a favorite by a lot of teams, but so were the defending champions. As they come out and have an exceptional first round game, allow RPD just 1 goal. All they needed was 2, and they played that to perfection. Machinsky back on his horse. He struggled in round robin, but he was great here in this one. 2-1 win for Black Ice. So all right, Snipers and Pama, Black Ice versus Rink Rat. 4 very good teams, 2 extremely compelling matchups.
Yeah, that Rink Rat Black Ice game, that's going to be a fast game. You know, that Rink Rat team playing them last night, they have a lot of speed and talent, and that's going to be a wild one. I'm just happy that the games are back-to-back so I can actually